Yes, good morning, fellow Americans. Once again here to inform on what's happening. I don't know if many of you have saw the state of the State of the Union speech. Excuse my memory. Even though I know it, and I repeated it a couple of times here to myself and reading about it. Uh, I don't know if anybody saw Nancy Pelosi actually commit the shameful and deplorable act right in front of millions of people after Trump had finished his speech, ripping the copy of the State of the Union was given to her. You know, in one moment, I even saw Trump ignore her extending her hands to shake his. I wouldn't blame the president. I would have done the same thing. You know, a, a, a lady who's such I don't know if they're going to censor me for saying this word, such a witch, just such an evil witch. I wouldn't have given her hand. I wouldn't have extended her hand either. I would have ignored it also. She's treacherous. She's evil. Her conduct is of an undesirable hag. More or less what I would call her. She deserved being ignored. And then ripping the state of the copy right in front of millions of, you know, she's Nancy. You are, you're just an extreme psychiatric criminal case. You should be thrown into a psychiatric institution and the keys thrown away forever. I just can't believe why you haven't been put in prison for your treasonous acts, her lies, and her intention to overthrow a duly elected president just because she doesn't like him. Even though she's white, she criticized him for being white, but she's white. She's not black. She's not even Latino. I'm Latino, and I consider myself white. But I'm not going to, criticize somebody for being white if I'm white. Not only white with green eyes. I got to use my eyeglasses because I can't see well. I see blurry. My hair is light brown, even though it's turning white. Now it's white. But how am I going to criticize? These people are just insane. Calling the president racist when we all know he isn't. They just can't stand him because he's doing everything the right way. He's securing our borders. He's stopping illegal immigration. He's doing everything great for this country, but these people don't like it. What they want to see us is in a state of slavery. That's all. That's all their intention, because they're all communists. She's a communist. Bernie's a communist. AOC is a communist. Warren is a communist. Nadler is a communist. All of them are communists. They want permanent and eternal power. That's all of their true intentions. I was going to say something else. Let me see if I can remember. My memory is just failing me from right to left. Another thing I wanted to say here, and I want to say this before I remember what I was going to say, is Rush Limbaugh. I wish you the best. You are an icon of the reporter level, and I hope you get better. I was going to send a message directly to your webpage but I just couldn't do it. There was no way to me to enter, get in contact, and write a message. But I was going to tell you, why don't you try for life? I'm not trying to do an announcement here or a free, a free advertisement for life products. But my sister-in-law was cured of cancer in the throat. She had a lump, which was diagnosed as positive with transfer factor plus. I use it every once in a while when I see I'm going to get a fever or something. It kind of helps me to combat that supposed fever I'm going to be going. Even though sometimes I do need to go to the hospital because I suffer from extreme asthma, and sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it works. In her case, it worked miraculously, even to the point where when she went back to the doctor who operated her, the specialist was let me see how they call it. Also, well, I know how to say it in Spanish, otorrinolaryngologo. In English, is a specialist of the throat, ears, and mouth. And, and he was surprised, even though they had to operate and take out the lump. But when they went to the doctor went to investigate how the lump was going, he found out it was dried, and he couldn't understand how it was miraculously dried and found negative when it was in a positive state. So maybe you can use that product for life, which is called Transfer Factor Plus. You can try. You're not going to lose anything by trying it. If you don't try it, well, you might lose your life. I hope not. You can even do the therapy. I'm not saying don't use the radiation therapy. It's going to do a lot of damage to your tissues. It might put you in a situation where you might even lose a lot of strength, and your condition may even get worse. Try it. You can try it. What the doctor recommends, these naturalists, is that if you're going to use the medical treatment, if you're going to take this transfer factor plus, use it 2 hours after or 2 hours before the therapy or the medication you're going to take, because you can use both if you don't believe in the treatment of transfer factor. But I'm just giving you an advice, Wish Lama, because we don't want you to go. You still got a lot to give. Stop smoking. I saw you smoke. You used to smoke. I don't know if you still do it. Cigars. You have to eliminate that. It's not going to do you any better. The transfer factor might save you. Might even help you restore your lungs and your health. If I were you, I seek a treatment from a very good, reputable naturalist doctor with a license to practice naturalist, and who is a doctor and naturalist at the same time. I know a real good one who's here in Puerto Rico, and I think sometimes he travels to the United States. His name is Luis Mendez. He helped me in a lot of conditions where my wife thought I had cancer, and I was saved by his treatment. Also, I was bleeding through my rectal region. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Anal area, because of a severe case of. I'll see how to say it. Let me see if the word comes out. Which was a lack of. He found out it was a lack of minerals. So he gave me this bioflavonoids, and it stopped me, and it cured me to such a point where I recommended to my brother-in-law who was suffering from the same condition. And I gave him, I remember, it was kind of hilarious because I gave him 2 pills, and I gave him some more of the pills that I was taking of bioflavonoids so he could cure himself. And he said, hey, you know what? Right now, I'm even feeling alleviated in the area. I'm feeling some alleviation. And I found it kind of funny because the treatment is great for that condition, uh, hemorrhoids. Jesus Christ. I was suffering from a severe case with to the point where I was bleeding, and my wife told me go check yourself because I think you got cancer. And this doctor, this naturalist, his name is Luis Mendez. He practiced natural medicine at a vitamin center in the town of Atillo. I'm going to spell it out. Atillo is H H as in home, A as in Albert. No, no, no. Yeah, H as in home, A as in Albert, T as in Thomas, I as in Inca, L as in Lewis, L again as in Lewis, and O as in Oscar. It's the town of Atillo, Puerto Rico. Uh, uh, the guy is he has his medical office in a small mall, which is right at the center. When you take the main road, which is road two from Arecibo to Atillo, it's on a small mall on the left side. There's a I think there's a Pizza Hut, and there's other fast food restaurants, which I can't remember right now, but I know there's a Pizza Hut nearby. Uh, uh, and he's on the left side of that road uh, at a health food center. If you can go there, Rush Limbaugh, I recommend it. You believe me, this doctor, he's very good. I hope he can save your life. I'm not trying to give you a lot of hope and then maybe nothing might happen. Maybe you can find out of a good naturalist in the area where you live at. But my wife had told me, I don't know if it's true, that this doctor, which is very good, he's a religious person. He's from the Seventh Day Adventist Church, and I've heard he travels sometimes to take care of patients in the United States. I'm not sure about that, but you can call. You can find out about this doctor and call. He's not only a naturalist. He's not only a doctor in natural medicine. He's also a practicing doctor with a license to practice medicine. So they forced him to do it at one time where they were trying to stop the legalization of natural medicine. So he had to go and take a study and go to college and get a degree in medicine. So he is a doctor, also a doctor, besides practicing natural medicine. So that I'm saying the truth, but with the best intention, because I wish you the best. I've heard you talking. I think you're great. Uh, but if you want to get better, you could try that out. You're not going to lose anything, you know, but your life, which I guess is important for you and your family. Well, turning back to Trump again, the speech was great. He's doing a lot of great things. He's stopping these illegals from coming into the country, building the wall, which I applaud him. Mr. President, you're the great. And another thing, which I forgot at the moment, which I was going to talk about, is that at least we can be grateful that he stopped all these terrorists. He stopped them on the tracks, and 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 that we have to be very grateful to him. because he's done so great. I mean, I just can't. He even motivates me more and makes me more proud of him. This this killing of, this plan that he had of giving the Palestinians billions of dollars. I don't remember how. I think it was $50 billion, which I kind of criticized at him. But then I kind of thought maybe this is a strategy. I even said it. Trump, I think it's a strategy. I hope that's what it is, because I kind of criticized that. But then I was thinking maybe it's a strategy because this guy's a genius, and it turned out to be a strategy. We got a genius for president. Not only does he love our country, not only does he's doing good, the guy is a genius because he knew, and I kind of figure it out. I say, well, I don't think the Palestinians are going to accept that, because these Muslims, they're just evil. They won't accept anything. They only want to conquer, and they want to cover, and they want to form a caliphate, and they want to cover the whole world, the whole globe, with their criminal precept, which is not a religion. It's a criminal organization. And excuse me, but my allergy is just. This is due to I work with contaminants while I was in the Navy, and I was in an area where there was asbestos, and I had to work with diesel fuel with aviation fuel, and I'm suffering. I suffer from chronic asthma and my sinus, and when it acts up, forget about it. There's no way. I got to drink. There's a pill that I drink, which is great, but it gets me drowsy. But there's another pill, and it's natural, but I haven't been able to get it because I had to go to the town of Atilla to get it, which reduces the system in a better way, and without causing a drowsiness and putting me to sleep. I get to a point where I'm sleeping almost all day with that pill. It's great, and it reacts quickly, but I'm afraid of it because the chemicals and all that combined, it just puts me in a state of catatonic state. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Catatonic state, and like I say, and Trump was proven right. The Palestinians did not accept his proposal, which, like I said, this guy's a genius, because it proves his point that these people, which are so extremely evil, there's no way of dealing with them. Mm-hmm. Even though it was given them in a platter, $50 billion to settle the issue, they wouldn't accept it, to form a state. And guess what? They didn't accept it. So, what they did is they disgraced their own selves. They denigrated their own self because, now people can understand, not them, because no matter what, they're still going to say, hey, Trump and the United States is evil, and they're still going to try to attack Israel and annihilate it. And then the purpose to annihilate the United States also. So, through the whole world, they're shown the true colors, which is exporting, implanting, and to keep on imposing on the world their evil, satanic rituals and laws, which will eliminate the Constitution of the United States, the civil rights, the articles of the Constitution, like the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, all the amendments included, the amendments to gathering groups, all these articles will be eliminated under Sharia. Sharia is not a biblical and God-given uh, uh, right. It is an invention of a man who wanted to get rich because he envied the Jewish community, and he wanted to know how was it that they got rich. Even though he didn't know how to read and write, he went to scholars who told him, "Hey, just create a religion." Exactly what he did. But he didn't do it on his own. He did it by taking out parts of the Bible, and parts which were pretty bloody in the history of the Bible, which was the Torah. And he took all of that and combined it on his own way to create a satanic organization, which is intended to impose terror and criminal acts of mass executions and mass murder, and their own will to impose also slavery, a condition of slavery, because that's what they're doing. If you don't agree with them, you got one choice: or you convert, or you die. And in their precept, in their laws, they're enslaving women and they're terrorizing communities. Because you can't, not only could terrorizing, they're imposing excessive taxes on people who don't want to convert. And in many instances, they're killing them. They're killing them all. That's why it's the fastest growing so-called religion, not because it's a religion of love, like the Christian, like the Christian Bible. It is an organization which threatens people and terrorizes people into converting. That's all it's all about, So once again, his strategy worked out great because they wouldn't accept it. Now they can't say a great deal was given to them in a civil plate. They wouldn't accept it. So it was great. I mean, Trump is just a genius. I wrote something about Pelosi here. Let me see if I can put it up, because this lady, she's just incredibly evil. They even posted out, wow, what a witch. It wasn't me. It was this article. So, I hope I'm not censored for this, because I wasn't one who said it. It was written here. You're going to see it. I copied it and I posted it in my page. I'm not saying from who, because they might go over to them and censor them or block them. But there it is. Then I wrote a part to try to do it as diplomatically as possible, because I just couldn't stand watching the way this lady conducted herself. I wrote down, "Hey, Pelosi, your deplorable and shameful, disgusting action, which we all expected from a communist like you, only achieves Trump's re-election for 2020." I should have wrote down secured. But I did it wrong, because it should have been secured. Only achieved Trump, because he hasn't been re-elected yet. Re-election for 2020, which we all hope will turn into 8 more years. That's what I wrote. But then the mistake I made was only achieved, which I should have put down, only assured Trump's re-election for 2020. But let me see, I'm going to have to, edit this, because in that point, it was wrong. It was a mistake there. Let me put it down so you can see it. But I'm going to edit it. I put out a small video of her ripping the copy of the State of the Union. You know, this lady, she's just she's just what they put in the other article. She's a witch. This lady is evil, terrible. Then I wrote this down. I wrote this down and I put this picture. Enemy of the people. Democrats refuse to stand up for border security, the American flag, fighting opioid abuse, the national anthem, bonuses for Americans, low black unemployment, merit-based immigration, Jerusalem as Israel's capital, 2.4 million jobs created, in God we trust. They're the Antichrist. These people are the Antichrist, no doubt about it. You know, they are promoting the Antichrist movement in America. There's Chuck Schumer, another entity from the pits of hell. And then here I posted a video which is kind of hilarious, but then I wrote down first, wouldn't it have been more hilarious if Pelosi's false teeth would have fallen out of her disgusting mouth during her ripping the State of the Union incident? And here I posted a video. It's pretty hilarious. Let me see. Oh yeah, it came out. Okay, it came out.
Wow. Blow it out.
Let me see the shoulder again, slow motion. I would have loved to see, because according to what I know, Nancy Pelosi's teeth are she has four false teeth. I would have loved to have seen that. That would have made my day. But that's it. Well, that's all I have to say about Pelosi and what I was going to talk about for today. Pretty short. I'll see all you guys tomorrow. God bless America. Trump, I always pray for you. I pray for our nation. God bless all of you, all of my friends and people that watch my pages and my blog. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Remember, go by putting down Eduardo Rodriguez. I pledge allegiance to the flag. And God bless everybody. And like I say, I pray for you. I also pray for Israel, for the nation of Israel. And I also pray, God, give freedom back, if it's possible, to Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, and North Korea, China. And I hope to God, Trump can do everything in his power to help release the freedom of Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia from Cuba, who is a dissident of UNPACO, who is fighting and denouncing the corruption and the abuses occurring by the communist regime of Cuba. And all the other political prisoners, because there's a lot of them that are in prison, innocent, just because they oppose a communist, criminal, corrupt, murderous regime. And I hope you could also help release the political prisoners of Venezuela. And I don't know if it's going to be possible. I don't think it's ever going to be possible. But at least try, because these people are doing good for their country, denouncing what is evil in their regimes, including. I'm also speaking in general about also including North Korea and China, which the Democrat Party is supporting. Well, once again, I'll see you this time. God bless you all. Until next time. Bye-bye.